Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Gohmert, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I know my friend from Michigan does care deeply. In East Texas, the place where reportedly Churchill said the Allies floated to victory in World War II on a pool of East Texas oil. Now, natural gas is the predominant energy source out of East Texas. But it's not being produced the way it could be. And I've heard from the administration about the greedy oil companies. There is nobody in America who has done more for profits of big oil companies than President Joe Biden. He is making them a fortune because that's what happens when you have less of a product that everybody needs. The prices go up. And in this case, the profits are going up. So it reminds me of when he was vice president and Obama was president. They would give speeches on a regular basis about how rotten Wall Street was and just condemning them right and left. And yet they were making a fortune for their friends on Wall Street. It was as if there was a wink and a nod. I'm going to badmouth you, but you're going to make an awful lot of money. We'll see to that. Well, the problem is, as anybody that talks to their constituents knows, and I know that includes my friend from Michigan, they're hurting. And for us to have a hearing like this today that seems to them to be completely oblivious to the kind of hurt that they're going through, it is just psychologically devastating to them. It's like nobody is listening to them. We say we're listening, but then if they turn on C-SPAN and see this markup and see that there is not one thing we're going to do today that is going to help them with what in their lives is a crisis. I'm back to hearing things from constituents that I heard during the Obama administration, where people complaining, single moms, I'm maxing out my credit cards, just getting gasoline so that I can get to and from work because I can't afford to live in the city. I have to have a cheaper place to live. And now that I'm maxing out my credit card on gas and gas keeps going up, I may not be able to buy gas just to get to and from work, and then I'll be out of work. I mean, people are getting frantic as they see these prices. They've gone higher than they've ever been, and it's time that we actually did something about it because we can. So while our fearless leader is flying to Saudi Arabia and begging OPEC on hands and knees, please give us more oil and gas, as my friend from Louisiana points out. He mentioned Permian, but it's a whole lot shorter to fly to the Permian Basin and say, we need to ramp up production. What do I need to do? Or flying to the Dakotas or places where we actually can ramp up production if this administration will just get out of the way and stop making it more difficult. And by the way, natural gas looks like $9.29. That's getting really expensive. And one lady told me during the Obama administration, she said, I'm in my 80s, and the price of energy is getting so high, I'm afraid I'm going to end up dying in a home like I was born in, where the only source of energy or warmth was a wood-burning stove, and I had to say, I'm sorry, this administration wants to take away your wood-burning stove. Let's help people, and I support the amendment.